Hello, welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to decorate a couple of these craft pouches. These I got from What, and they were only 59p for a 6-pack, which is such good value, it's unbelievable. So I'm going to be decorating a couple of those. I've got a couple of sheets of die cuts, and these are by Ready Creative Cards, and I thought these pinky flowers would go with the pinker kind of fairies that I've got on this flower fairy sheet. These are also die cuts, and I thought that the more purple or the more purpley blue coloured flowers I've got would go quite nicely with this purpley fairy here. So I thought perhaps I would decorate a couple of them and put some of the fairies on there. So I'll just move them out of the way a minute. So just put them to one side. Okay, and also I've got these frames, and I haven't found an occasion where I can use them yet. Sorry, I've got lots of different frames, shapes and sizes, and I've got gold and I've got silver, and there are some that are really nice, like this one here, and they're very, very mirrored. So I'm hoping to incorporate them somehow, and I've got a selection of washi tapes as well, in pinks and floral and gold and a bit red. So I've sort of got these, and I'm thinking, along with a bit of script stamping, that I might be able to decorate a couple of these up to look quite nice. So I'll just get a couple of these out. So yeah, there we go. And these you'll be able to fit quite a lot in. Okay, so I'm thinking I've worked out these a little bit, so I think that's how I'm going to go with it. But I'm going to cut these down, these papers. So I've chosen these papers from my Flowers Blooming book, and I'm just going to cut these down a little bit. Okay, there we are. I'm not going to be hugely precise, I'm just going to cut them down. Okay. So I'm going to then get, for one of them I'm going to use, let me zoom in a little bit, so you can see these. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, the pearlescent ink pad, and I'm just going to stick some along the edge just so you can slightly see it. Okay, and for the other one I'm going to use the purple pearlescent pink pad, ink pad. So just do it along there, and this one is darker, which is fine because the leaves on this are a bit darker, so it's not going to be clashing with it. Okay, so there we are. Okay, and I'm going to stick these down, and for that I'm just going to use a glue stick. So I'm just going to get this and glue this down. This is just a bit of doily I'm going to have going over the edge like that, and the same for this one here. Okay, there we are, and I'm going to stick these down. So I'm going to use a bit of double-sided tape for this. So just stick these down. Okay. Just grab some other double-sided tape. That was just run out on me. Okay, wait a second. Okay, got some. Okay, so I'll just stick this down. Okay. Oops. Okay, so let's just stick this down around about here. Okay, and the same with this one. Okay. Right. Just take these off. Not always the easiest to peel off. There we go. There we are. Okay, and then stick this one down as well, about here. Okay, and then I'm going to work out where I want some of these tapes, and I want them to match a little bit, and I'm thinking I'm just going to stick a bit across the top, because obviously the envelope folds over, and it'd probably be helpful actually if I did that, and then I can see exactly where the line is. Okay, so there we go, now I know where it is. Okay, I'm thinking for this pink one, because I don't really want any gold on it, so I'm thinking with this one I might go with some slight script writing on this one. So I'm going to go with this one, and I think I'm just going to stick that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rip that a little bit. There we go. And stick this on across here. Okay, and I'm just going to snip that this side, and I'm not going to do it all the way. There we go. Let me just see if I can take it down there. There we go. Okay. And then for the other one, I'm thinking I might go for something like this. Oops. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I think I'll just stick that across there. Actually, I don't mind that it's ripped. That's fine. Okay, so just cut that off. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of, I'm going to bring this other bit of doily in, and I'm going to just move these out of the way. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of this stamping, and I think I'm going to do some pink on this one. So I will ink up, I'll just make sure you can see them, ink them up. It's a really nice colour, this pink one. So So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do it on this one as well. Okay. Okay, so you can just see it on the edge there, and I'm also going to do it up in that corner. Okay. And I want to go over this edge here. Okay, there we go. And also for this one, I'm thinking for this one I might actually change my mind and do a little bit of purple on this one, just so they're a bit different. So with this one, I'll do it in the opposite corners. So I'm going to go with this side. Well, it's not a really bright purple, it's just kind of pale there, so it blends in nicely. And I'm going to do the same again. Okay, on this top corner here. Okay, so that's good. And what I'm thinking to do next is just maybe to get the fairies out and let's have a look. And see who might go. I'm thinking for the paler background, I'm actually thinking maybe this one now. So if I take out this, okay, and place that there, and I'll just see if there is some way of putting a frame on it, seeing if that works, or behind it, maybe behind it. And I'm not going to do all of the extras on top. I'm going to keep it quite simple. And also the same with the girl. And I'm wondering with this one if maybe that might look quite nice behind it, the gold. Yes, I don't know if I might put just one extra layer on top, because there are lots of elements to this one, but I'm thinking that one will probably be enough for this one. I just ripped his hand off, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, and the same for the girl. So if I, there you go, get this one here, then that might well be enough. Okay, so yeah, I might go with those, because these are just going to be really simple ones. Okay, so I'm going to stick down this one here. So I'm going to stick down this frame. Okay, yeah, just stick that down around about here. Okay, and the same with this one. Just pop that here. Okay, and then I'm going to get some foam for this one, just to stick this other part of this, I think it's a boy, just to stick him down. Okay, pop this bit on his leg. Sorry, that was my husband doing something on his phone. Okay. So yeah, just peel this off and then I'll just stick this down. These are super sticky, these pads. They're just some I ordered on eBay. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this over, there we go, over there. And I'm going to do the same for the girl. And I'm just going to stick some glue on there and pop that down. And I'm going to do the same, glue the little girl fairy down, around about there. And I'm going to get some foam pads again, and I'm just going to stick them on. Okay, there we are. Okay, so I'm just going to stick her down there. So there's a bit of a layer, but not too much. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these flowers and I'm just going to choose. I don't want it to be too busy. Excuse the noise. But I do want to have, I'm thinking of something in the corner. I think having one of these will probably be too much. I'm wondering if something like this might be enough just to have in the corner, raised up maybe. And then I've got a smaller one, thinking maybe around about here, just to look like it's pinning the frame down. It wants to lift up a little bit because it's card. And that one's, I mean, it might be better suited because I did think originally that it would go on here, but it doesn't actually show up too well on this one. Yeah, it blends in too much. So let's just have a look. Thinking either maybe a couple of the purple flowers, or I may have something in here that may be a bit better. I've got a lot of purple ones there, but also just seeing these white ones, and they might go quite nicely on this one here, just to break it up a little bit. Maybe roundabouts here. And I might just go for a couple of leaves, perhaps on this one, in that corner. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. So I'm just going to get a foam pad again and pop that on there. Go, and I'm going to do it like that. And this little one, I have got some smaller, much smaller foam pads that I can just stick one on there with. Okay, and just stick that there. Okay, and the same here. So I'm probably going to stick that, tuck it under his foot a little bit and stick that there. And then with these leaves, I'm probably just going to glue them down and just tuck them under. Okay, there we go. Okay, one last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a stamp, and I've got this selection of stamps I've just stamped on here so I know exactly what there is. But I'm thinking I have a few nice with love stamps, and I'm thinking perhaps I will do, let me find the other one. We've got happy birthday. Just make sure they are in here. They're definitely, I know they're in here because I put the backing foam on them the other day. I think I'll just, rather than, oh there it is, it's right there. Okay, so I think I'm just, the last thing I'm going to do is on this part here, I'm going to make sure that it stamps right so when I turn it over you can see it, and I'm going to do it in this colour again, so it's not, I'm going to do the same colour that I did the stamping. So I'm just going to stamp this up, pick this up, and then I'm just going to stamp it here. There we go, just so it's on that bit, and I'm going to do the same with the purple with the other stamp. So I should turn that around as well. Ink that up with the purple, and I will also, oops, let me just put it in frame, also do that here. There we go. So that's it. So that's just two very simple envelopes decorated, and that you could use for many things, whatever you decide to put them with. So yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and I'll see you next time. Okay, thanks, bye.